Dude, did you hear the news?
I heard the news. That's why we're back on the couch, man.
Oh yeah, we are talking Spaceballs 2.
Yes.
They announced it. We are excited. We're going to review the teaser trailer. I laughed my butt off.
The Schwartz Awakens. All right, watch this. We'll see you very shortly.
That's dude.
And welcome to Lazyboys night. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm pouring too fast. I gotta slow down. I gotta relax. It's therapy Thursday. Gotta relax.
Dude, don't do it.
Gotta relax.
When you want to go to it. I can't pour the whole
man.
can. Oh, bad head.
That's horrible.
Mine's
Well,
not that great
in
either.
our defense, what are we doing new for the first time in 4 years?
We've switched glasses. We have switched glasses.
So we're going with, I guess, a proper pint glass.
A mug.
A mug.
And mug.
We've been told that it's the best type of glass to try all sorts of beers.
It's like generic beer glass.
Exactly, because everything else we've been trying, it's so specific that even trying to have specific glasses for those specific drinks would be insane.
Expensive.
So we're going to be trying this out,
And
but
what are we
as
drinking?
apparently I got to learn how to do this.
What are we drinking here? This is the North meets South Nordic Pale Ale from Whitewater Brewing Company. Whitewater always does great stuff. I'm sure this will not disappoint.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Let's go through the phone, man.
Oh yeah.
That's really good.
I don't know what makes a Nordic Pale Ale as opposed to India Pale Ale or
look at the color of it. Eh?
Yeah, that's good. Oh.
Wow, that's very refreshing, very crisp.
Again, Whitewater well, actually, I don't think Whitewater's ever disappointed. Good job, Whitewater.
Good for you.
Woo.
Here's to you.
All right. So we are talking Spaceballs 2.
As if.
I know. The legendary Mel Brooks, who is currently 98 years old, has announced the Spaceballs sequel. He released a teaser trailer, which we are going to review with you so we can all laugh along.
Yeah.
I say this, I don't want to jinx it, but I hope he lives long enough to actually finish filming this thing. Because they're not going to start shooting until next year.
Mel, I need you to stick around for at least another 20 to 25 years. Because this is why. I am so proud of the fact, like, when I first saw the beginning of the trailer and they said, oh, no, how is this happening right now? This is an actual thing. I'm like, it takes Mel Brooks to pull him out of almost retirement, I'm guessing, to come back and to poke fun at movies again.
Oh, yeah.
We need this. We've been talking about this for years.
Oh, yeah.
Like how Hollywood has completely destroyed all these different intellectual properties and the just the gender swaps and the this and that and just
Mel
the
Brooks
garbage.
is just gonna go boop boop.
And
boop.
they're
He's
rebooting and redoing, and it's like, oh, Mel, you just showed up at the perfect time.
Now, before we go dive into the trailer, if you happen to be one of those people who've been living under a rock for the last 50 years and are not familiar with Mel Brooks' varied collection, we don't have them all here, obviously, but here's a few of our favorites. Of course, we are talking the original Spaceballs. Spaceballs. What is this one? Oh,
they actually had a Spaceballs cartoon
animated series. I've got this dish too, and
you know you're a fan when
Young Frankenstein.
Classic comedy movie.
If you've not seen this, seriously, this is one of the funniest movies ever. Blazing Saddles. Oh my God.
That's
I
Western wise, man.
I loaned this to somebody once, they had issue with the language.
What?
And I was like, well, because it's in context of the era, but the certain words were used that are considered politically incorrect nowadays. And I was like,
God.
dude, just take it for what it is. And
it's
so they
purposely
watched it
done.
again. So they watched it again, and they're like, "You were right. That was freaking hilarious."
Yes,
that was
you gotta
freaking
relax.
hilarious.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks, the whole thing was always putting society in your face and making fun of it. I am so close to you right now.
I know.
I'm trying to
History of the World Part 1.
Ah.
Probably one of my favorite comedies of all time. I saw this as a kid in theaters, and I laughed so freaking hard.
The amount of
and
gags,
there were a lot of jokes I
Oh,
didn't get because I was a
wow.
kid, and then watching it as an adult, I was like, oh my god. There's more. Robin
Those-
Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah.
Dracula Dead and Loving It. The list goes on. A silent movie.
I was going to say silent movies, another one.
Anyways,
Here's the thing.
oh.
Just the fact, his movies, the way there's always what was happening, right, with the main characters in that scene. And if you watch a Mel Brooks movie, any one of them, always look in the background what's going on.
Oh, there's eye candy. There's so many
it's
things.
unbelievable. There's so many other jokes happening, and he was the master of. Okay, we're going to give you this, but we're going to give you all these other things happening.
And
at
he
the same
took
time.
whatever was popular at the time, parodied it in a smart way, because there's a lot of dumb parodies out there. Parodied it in a smart way, still wind up making little pokes and comments and jabs and extra eye candy, and you just came out of there going, bravo, frickin' vo.
Yeah. So it's a lot of those when he was able to demonstrate to Hollywood in most of his movies. I don't know what studio he was with most of the time. Back in the day, they used to stick with the one studio, right? But studio execs, every time he put out a movie, they like, I don't get it. It's like, this is not going to work. And Mel Brooks, man,
He was insistent.
he was like, this
and
is what
every
it
time
is.
he was
this
right.
is what the movie is. He would not bend. He would not change it. And if you want my movie, this is what it is. And we don't have that anymore, where people actually stand their ground because they have a vision and they have a way, they have a message.
Not
He
a
did
lot of
have a
directors
message, too.
have that clout nowadays.
Oh.
A few do, but not many. And Mel was one of them right from the start. And
Yeah.
he even didn't even have that much clout, but he just had conviction.
He had
and he stood his
enough,
ground.
man, that
Oh yeah.
he was completely respected.
All right.
You
so
want to do this?
let's turn it on the screen here.
We're gonna
And-
be watching this. So, folks, what's gonna happen is, as we're playing it, we're gonna be pausing it a lot, just so we don't get hit for copyright infringements.
What?
Yeah, that's a thing. So, what we're gonna be doing?
Line by line analysis.
Yeah. So we're gonna break it down for you, and unfortunately, we can't play the whole thing. So if you do, once you're done with us, go check out the actual full reel, and you'll see what the whole thing's about. But yeah, we're getting there. We're setting this up. All right. So we're gonna start it off, and we're gonna let a couple lines go, and then we'll pause it. All right, just so we. We got commercials.
Yeah, commercials. Yay!
Of course.
Don't you love?
Yay.
We're not going to show the commercials because we don't want to
Yeah,
get deep.
no,
but
no,
you
no,
can
no,
hear
no,
them in
yeah.
the background.
But
did you
I
mute?
could have. Yeah, I got it down, man. I could have a whole diatribe. I could lose my mind on just commercials.
Oh, there it is. 38 years ago, there was only one Star Wars trilogy. But since then, there have been a prequel trilogy. True.
Right.
A lot of mixed feelings about that. Continue.
Do you know what we're talking about? About the prequel trilogy?
Yeah, episodes 1 through 3,
Yeah.
Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones,
So-
and the Revenge of the Sith.
So context. When the hell did this movie come out? We should
Spaceballs?
know. I want to say it
Well,
was
it says 38 years
18
ago, so
Ah,
that would be...
it's right in there.
That would
No,
be
it's-
87.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, when this movie came out, Spaceballs, the original, all we had was episode. We
4,
had
5, 6.
4, 5, 6, which was the original trilogy. There was nothing else regarding Star Wars out there. Nothing had been done yet. Lucas had
those little Ewok movies.
Yeah. So those are little spin-offs and
Yeah.
things like that. But people have to realize that when Mel Brooks approached Lucas on this, it was almost like a Weird Al Yankovic thing for parodying a song.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I want to do this with the movie.
Side note, Lucas said you can, but you can't do any merchandising. So because of that, if you watch the original Spaceballs, there's a famous scene where Yogurt, his spoof on Yoda, played by Mel Brooks,
Yeah.
is hawking all sorts of, Spaceballs, the t-shirt, Spaceballs, the this. You can't buy them anywhere, but it's just he's hawking merchandising on the film as a little poke to George Lucas.
So imagine as Star Wars fans, after the first 3 originals, our 4th Star Wars movie
was episode 1. Oh yeah, true.
It was
true.
Spaceballs. We didn't have anything else.
This
was the next thing. So it made this movie that much funnier, and people were just waiting to have something like this.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right.
we'll go for a few more lines here.
So prequel trilogy, a sequel trilogy, a sequel to the prequel. Pause it there. So the sequel trilogy, of course, is episodes 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
Which is the Force Awakens, Rise of the Skywalker, and Last Jedi, or vice versa. I forget.
Oh yeah.
Because to be honest, they're not
honestly,
that memorable.
yeah. Anyways, I hate those movies.
And then a prequel to the sequel is Rogue One,
Yes.
which is actually a great.
That's awesome
great
that they
movie.
actually put in there.
Yeah.
That's a sequel to the prequel.
A prequel to the sequel.
No, it's a sequel to the prequel. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
prequel.
no, sorry. No,
Yeah.
you're right. A sequel to the prequel.
No, yeah. So we have a sequel to the prequel,
Which is
You're
Rogue
right.
One.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
Or is the sequel to the prequel, is that the Jedi, the animated one,
A sequel to
the prequel, so episodes 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so that would be the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
We're not? Yeah, that would be the Clone Wars.
But then it says a prequel to the sequel, and
Yeah, so
that's after, that would be...
That would
there's
be
no
Rogue
movie.
One.
No, because Rogue One comes before episode 4. The sequels are episode 7, 8, 9.
Prequel?
So a sequel to the prequel is actually Rogue One. It comes after 1, 2, 3. It's 3.5.
This is
A
so
prequel to the
epic.
sequel is like 6.5. What is 6.5? It was TV. They didn't do the movies, but they did TV.
And countless TV spin-offs.
See, The Mandalorian would be a prequel to the sequel. Not even.
No, it'd be a
Mandalorian is a
countless
sequel
TV
to the
spin-off.
original. I'm confused.
That's
I think Mel's just
wild.
messing with us.
And that's awesome. I love them for it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Countless TV spin-offs we talked about. A movie spin-off of the TV spin-off, which is both a prequel and a sequel.
Not to mention
Which one is the movie spin-off of the TV spin-off
a movie spin-off
of the TV spin-off, which is both a prequel and a sequel?
Holy jeez.
I
which
think
one?
he's making that up.
No, the guy can
But
guarantee
there's
that's-
only so many movies.
Yeah, but
You got the 9
movie
core movies. You got
spin-off
Rogue One. You got Solo. Those are the
of a
movies.
TV spin-off. Oh, he might be talking about the Mandalorian Roku movie that's coming up.
Oh,
He's he's forecasting.
he's
man.
forecasting the
He's
Mandalorian
forecasting.
movie.
It's the Mandalorian.
You're right.
Roku-
Mandalorian is the
Grogu,
TV spin-off, which is both a prequel because it comes before
Yes.
episode 7, 8, 9, but it's a sequel to episode 4, 5, 6. Oh, there you go. The man's a visionary.
Holy jeez.
All right.
Okay, so we're done with the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
We're moving down to, not to mention, 2 Dune movies that came out.
2 Dunes.
2 Dunes.
7
Plural.
Jurassic Parks. That's right. The 7th one's coming out this summer.
And a beer in a tree. Holy jeez. All right, folks, hold on. Get a beverage yourself. All right, ready for this?
I'm ready for this. 2 avatars plus 3 upcoming avatars, making 5 avatars. Really? I knew there was a 3rd one coming. I didn't know about 4 and 5. 36 MCU movies with 2 different Robert Downey Jr.'s because he's playing Doctor Doom.
Exactly.
in
That's what I mean. That's
yeah,
awesome that they were foresighting and stuff like
forecasting, yeah.
that. 36.
MCU movies.
What?
Has it been that much already?
Yeah,
Since
well, they've been
2008.
pumping these out like crazy, man.
So that's been out for 17 years, and they've made 36 movies.
that's
So they average a little more than 2
Crazy.
movies a year.
Oh yeah, there's years that they had like 3 movies out.
Yeah, pandemic, they slowed down a little bit, but yeah, some movies, some years they were, that's crazy.
I love the next line.
DCU attempt number 1, also known as the Snyderverse.
DCU attempt number 2.
Which is the James Gunn version, which we talked about the Superman one not too long ago.
Yeah.
We'll can't wait to see what that does.
All right, what's next?
An animated Lion King, a live-action animated Lion King, a live-action animated Lion King prequel. That would be Mufasa.
That's wild, eh? Why? See, Mel Brooks gets it, man. He's poking fun at all this garbage. Holy
8 Harry Potter movies, and then a TV series remaking the same 8 Harry Potter movies.
Yep.
This is true. Casting has been interesting for that. We can talk about that a different episode.
What the hell is this? Okay.
A whole streaming service of Star Trek. That's right. Paramount has their own. Because there's been so many new shows.
Star Trek is crazy as well, man.
New
There's
shows.
so
Some of them are
much
actually really freaking
stuff.
good.
I don't have that kind of time, man. I don't. I seriously don't.
You pick and choose.
If this was our legit job, and people, wanted us to have these constant conversations about, I'd be fine spending that time because it would actually be my job. But I can't be watching all this stuff. There's way too much. Just trying to keep up with all this stuff is insane. And I'm sure you guys are going through the same stuff. You're trying to pick and choose. And plus, you're going with all these different streaming channels now. It's like, how are we supposed to keep up with all this stuff? I've never in my lifetime thought I would say the sentence I'm going to say right now. There's too much entertainment out there. There's too much.
All right,
we used to have fun and just have
stop watching other stuff and just watch us.
Holy jeez.
All right.
7 alien movies. 2 of which were
also Predator movies.
That's true.
Not to be mistaken for the 6 Predator movies that are not also alien movies. This is true.
Wow.
1 Prometheus, which is kind of an alien movie. 4 Beatles movies.
4 Beatles movies? What? Really?
Really?
Well, I know there was the one, what was it? There's a blip in time.
Oh, Yesterday. I guess, yeah.
An awesome movie.
There was Across the Universe, which just featured a lot of their soundtracks, but is kind of tied into their music somehow. I don't know what the other.
I'm curious. We're gonna have to pop that up to see what those are actually. And
Oppenheimer.
Wrap things up.
Did you actually see Oppenheimer?
I did.
That was a heavy movie.
Heavy movie, but it was awesome.
It was awesome.
Loved it. Yeah. I actually going through it, the expectations, because there was so much build up to it. I was like, okay, I'm going in completely neutral. I don't tend to do that. And even for this movie, one of those rare occasions, I did not watch the trailers. I usually always watch trailers. I know
you're a big trailer guy.
I love trailers, but for Oppenheimer, just because I wanted to go in raw, I did not want to see.
He was raw dogging it.
I was raw dogging it. All right, let's see what's next.
But in 38 years, there has only ever been one. Spaceballs. When I saw that, I lost it.
I'm
gonna be honest. At first, I thought it was like a fan-made thing, a tease, until the next section comes up, and then I was like, no, this is legit.
So, if there's 2 Spaceballs, does that mean that the third movie is gonna be Space Scrotum?
Aw, dude! Why'd you go there? Why? Why Space Scrotum?
Well, I got 2 Spaceballs.
Yeah, I don't think...
You need to carry them in a sack.
Sadly, that's going to be another 38 years from now, and I don't think Mel will still be around then.
We're not going to be around.
38 years? Shut up.
Oh. Mel, you're killing me, man. There's too much space between your stuff.
Until now. He's building up the anticipation,
Yeah, but we can't let it roll for this long, because we'll get dinged. So we got to pause and talk. But so far, man, I can't believe, this is so 100% Mel Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
I am amazed that he's able to
poking away,
and I'm
poking
sure
away.
Guaranteed he's getting other people involved in this, and I'm going to start doing some research. I want to find
it's
out.
Confirmed. Bill Pullman.
What? For real?
Yeah, Bill Pullman is come back, but better. Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement.
No way.
Yes. That is Hellman. Let's finish the trailer and then we'll talk about that.
That is epic. All right.
After 40 years, we asked, what do the fans want?
See, Spaceballs, the sweatshirt. He's got the swag again. Merch.
After 38 years, we asked, what do the fans want?
I wonder if Yogurt will not need as much makeup because he looks so much older now. He's just more wrinkled.
Sorry, Mel. He's an asshole.
No, come on.
Man.
He'd find it funny.
But he looks pretty damn good for his age, eh? That's like one of the worst compliments you can give somebody. You look pretty good for your age.
Well, to be honest, he's 98. He does look good for 98.
Man. And the fact that he's doing this, again, I'm blown away that he saw the fact that we need comedy back. We haven't had the proper comedy since Tropic Thunder. Like there's like when's a lot like how many actually good funny movies where they poke fun at people and just having a good, like we can all laugh at each other and have a blast. We haven't had a proper comedy in a long time. All right, Mel, what else do you have to say?
But instead, we're making this movie.
The Schwartz Awakens in 2027.
Oh,
and that is the trailer.
That is so
May
cool.
the Schwartz be with you.
May the
Schwartz be with you.
So, back to Dark Helmet, who was played by Rick Moranis. Rick Moranis retired from showbiz. What year was it, dude? Can you tell us? It's been a long time. I think it was like the late 90s.
It's been a while. Like I'm trying to remember what was the last movie he did.
As far as I understand the story, I might be wrong, so dude, please correct me. But as far as I understand, his wife passed away, and he decided to stay at home and take care of his kids.
Wow. Okay.
And he only came back to do some voice work.
Oh, for Bob and Doug McKenzie and stuff like that.
Yeah, a couple things. He did the. Well, actually, they had a cartoon show. That was actually Dave Coulier who replaced him for that. But he came back for the Bob and Doug McKenzie 2-4 special. Do you remember?
Yeah, but that was a while back.
That was a while back.
And our Prime Minister back then was Paul Martin.
Oh, has it been that long?
Yeah.
And then he came back and did a little something a few years back. I think it was just a little commercial or something. But essentially, he's been out of the biz for a long time, but he's coming back to reprise Dark Helmet.
Okay, dude, pop up. I gotta talk. He's over there. Pop up the visual of the Dark Helmet image and look in one of his lens, you guys. So full screen. Look in the lens. What do you see? That's
the Winnebago. That's
Lone Star's
Winnebago.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Now, sadly, a lot of the cast is no longer with us. The great John Candy, who played Barf, he's been gone a very, very long time. Bartholomew. He was a Mog, part man, part dog. He was his own best friend. You had what was her name there?
Joan Rivers.
Thank you, Joan Rivers, who played Dot Matrix.
Yeah,
she's been gone for quite a while. The Princess Vespa is still around, but I don't know if she's been signed on yet or not. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the script.
So much potential, and the thing is, as long as if the universe willing that Mel sticks around till opening day, you know he's going to be involved.
Oh, right? Yeah.
And if he's involved, his sense of humor, he's not going to give a shit about politics.
Oh.
He's not going to give a shit
about, beyond caring.
You know, the whole DEI garbage thing in movies. He's going to take the right script, the right jokes, to offend people in the right way. He's going to have a proper comedy, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait just to be able to laugh out loud, man.
I do hope, however, that they honor the John Candy character by not recasting it. Please let Barf have his moment of glory. He's faded into the sunset. Give him a heroic death. and you know,
All,
maybe get his brother.
all mugs go to heaven.
All mugs go to heaven. Maybe his brother puke.
Oh,
Instead of
I
barf.
bet you
I don't
anything.
know.
You want to put a bet down?
He's gonna have puke instead of barf.
Okay, we're
All
saying it right now. Dude just called it.
He's gonna be called Puke
Puke.
Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
Oh, anyways,
Nice.
Mel.
Oh,
Thank you for
thank you for
brightening
this.
our day.
I'm laughing more now just at this thing and watching it. I'm gonna watch it again, but just the breakdown of it. Have a look at it, folks. Like run the whole thing. It's not long. It's like 2 minutes, not even. So run over it again. Start looking into it. I'm gonna be probably starting to be obsessed with this thing. I'm gonna start looking
Watch
into
it
this.
over and over.
I'm gonna
and
look
over.
for anything, every interview I can get my hands on, everything, because this to me is a return to classic comedy style, which we've been lacking and missing. And I'm happy that the new generation of people out there are going to get a chance to have proper comedy.
Yes.
You know, it's like knowing that there's going to be a new Naked Gun coming out.
We'll have to talk about that
So
too.
that's going to be
time.
another subject. I
There
want
you
to talk
go.
about that.
All right.
But just that people are sick of being too correct, and we need to veer and go back. Back in the day, the same thing happened once upon a time, and it was thanks to people like Richard Pryor and as if I just got the one that had the thing about the different the words that you can't say on TV or in
George Carlin.
Oh, thank you, George Carlin. Thanks to those two guys, they brought comedy back. They spin it on its head, and the new generation of comedians came out. The new generation of classic comedy movies that helps. You need people like that to spin everything on its head, so we can get back to just having fun.
Yes, and speaking of having fun, you can have a lot of fun if you subscribe.
Yeah, do that. That's a lot of
And
fun.
then like and share.
Have you ever tried subscribing before? You'll
It's
have a
great.
blast.
You get notices every time we have an episode.
Look right there, and you just, if you have a mouse, or you just use your fingers and touch, and then subscribe. You'll need a smoke and you'll need a drink after. It's
awesome.
It's like
It
one of
feels
the
good.
one of the best experiences in
All
your life.
right.
Just subscribe. You'll be, oh,
On that
it'll be
note,
awesome.
see you next Thursday.
We'll see you next time. Cheers.